Come with us to SuperZoo 2023. This is the largest pet industry trade show in North America, and of course, we were there with your girls Herky and Milton.
Good girls!
Herky and Milton are seasoned travelers, and we always take Air Canada direct flights all the time. I had Lisa and Linda coming out with us to Las Vegas to help with the trade show, and Milton was already ready for her long 5-hour nap on the plane. They always do so well on flights, and I'm so proud of them. During the flight, I always like to keep the opening close to me so that I can access them if there is anything. They use the Sherpa large carrier, and I always make sure to have a little cup of water to give them some during the flight because it can get kind of toasty in there. When we arrived, we booked a house this time because there was Herky and Milton and of course Lisa and Linda, so I wanted to make sure that everyone was comfortable. Milton was so excited about the house, and Herky shotgunned this big bed all to herself. She spent all the nights on that bed, but Milton is a loyal girl, so she joined me and she cuddled up with me. The next morning, we were out the door bright and early. I always make sure to have my coffee, and let's go.
Okay, this is setup day for SuperZoo. I have Lisa.
Here we go!
I have Linda. Let's go!
The convention took place at Mandalay Bay Convention Center, and always make sure that your dog's potty before entering anywhere. And here goes Team Cavology. We are entering Mandalay Bay to set up. Have Herky and Milton on a hands-free leash, which is so practical when you have to carry a lot of things. Look at this area. This is just for the sign up for the badges. You can just get a glimpse of how big this industry show is. Getting my first badge as a founder is so special. If you've been following us for a while, you know that we've walked the show a few times as pet influencers and content creators in the pet industry, but this was my first time as an exhibitor, which made it so special. When we walked into the show floor for the first time, Lisa and Linda were so in awe at how big everything was. I mean, you can just see how gigantic and how amazing some of these displays are. Some brands have booths that are so incredibly stunning and impressive. I love seeing the behind the scenes of how you set up everything. It's actually very impressive to see also that some booths really don't look like they are ready at all. There was stuff everywhere, but eventually everybody is going to be ready for tomorrow morning opening at SuperZoo. So I love to see companies doing their thing. Everybody is so seasoned in their field, and there's of course newcomers like me who are doing it for the first time, and it's incredible to see. Like, look at the size of these displays, the crates, and Lisa and Linda are just going ooh ah all the time. It's so adorable.
Oh my god!
This is our legit reaction when we saw Cavology booth for the first time. We were in the emerging brands section, which is a smaller booth, but they give you a lot more things as you are starting out. We had our little overhead banner, a little booth table, and a chair, which made everything a bit simpler for us. They also provided the carpet, but we brought everything that we were supposed to use for the displays. Add some racks, add some little furnitures, but you see here everybody is just setting up. It just seems like the setup was much easier than I expected. We had 2 pegboard displays, 1 clothing rack, 1 bench, and everything went very well. I love seeing time-lapse videos too. Do you guys like this? I feel like things come together very quickly. Herky and Milton were kind of stressed out because there was so much noise and so much movement back and forth. So eventually there was also some forklifts and some tractors in the show. So eventually I just put them back in their carrier, and they were really happy to be a bit more shielded. This moment was really fun when I pulled up the banner, the pull-up banner that we had. I just think it is so beautiful. Herky and Milton look gorgeous on this picture, and I'm very proud of how it turned out. We also had this backdrop that we hung at the back of the booth. We kind of improvised it and brought so many equipment and materials to hang up this banner. We had clips, we had hooks, we had a lot of things just to make sure that it was in place. This is what it looked like by the time we went to lunch. All the big pieces were up. Then we did a quick lunch break before coming back and setting the products. But here is a glimpse of what it looks like. I think it was very fun to put up everything, but if I was to do something again, I think I would bring less products. I of course stumbled upon a lot of cute dogs, including this adorable Cavalier. His name is Henry. I just love walking the show floor and seeing how many exhibitors there are at SuperZoo. SuperZoo is the largest pet industry trade show in North America. I think there's about 1,000 exhibitors. It is very, very big. It's kind of overwhelming, to be honest. The show lasts 3 days, but it definitely takes more than 1 day to walk the show. And honestly, the show floor is so big that you really get tired walking the show too. This is what our products look like when they are all set up. What do you guys think? We ran into some last minute changes that we had to do because the items that were taller couldn't be at the top of the booth, so we had to squish everything in a bit. Cavology was booth 6779 in the emerging brand section, and I just think it was the perfect location as a first-time exhibitor. It was all the way at the back of the trade show floor, but we were close to the restroom, we were close to the back door. We were kind of in a hallway too, which made it pretty accessible. Let's go day one SuperZoo.
Oh wow, oh wow.
This is Daisy. She's a little 6-month-old Shiba. She was a few booths over and she was so adorable. Very well behaved for a puppy. We went to visit Henry at his booth. His mom also had a small business. Herky and Milton loved to work the booth, and there was some familiar faces too. This is Pika's mom. She came from LA to say hello. She didn't bring Pika, but it's always nice to see some old friends. It was great to connect with some small business owners that I know from social media too. Some store owners that already carry Cavology could see some new products in person, and of course some new retailers that could see Cavology for the first time. That was the most exciting part. These booths are so impressive, honestly, I just can't get over it. During lunch breaks, I took Milton out through the back door, and the reason why we wear boots is that it's literally 120 degrees in Las Vegas, and without boots, their paws would literally burn off. So it's safer for them to wear boots, and it's also very, very dirty in Las Vegas. So to prevent their paws from getting black, the boots are very necessary. Herky and Milton are definitely stars, and you could really see that they drew a lot of attention to our booth. They are the muses of Cavology, so of course they had to be there. I also love this booth and this one. Very, very impressive to see.
Okay, ladies, successful day one.
Day one down, 2 to go.
Yay!
At the end of the first trade show day, we were so tired, so we just called it a night. On the second trade show day, I dropped off the ladies and Herky and Milton at the back door for quicker access to the booth. How cute are these mannequins, by the way? I think they are so adorable, and they are definitely a photo op for SuperZoo. This DJ was definitely bopping too. Coffee is always mandatory when you're working a trade show, am I right? Quick spin of the booth, of course, with Herky and Milton. I really love this part of our booth the most because I feel like it gives a good glimpse of what Cavology offers without looking too overcrowded. I think I would do this kind of setup for the other pegboards as well. Here I decided to display all our harnesses, and then on the rack was a focus on the leashes. Milton was not having it as of day 2. She really wanted to stay in her carrier because she was overwhelmed, which is no problem at all. I just let her do her thing. If she wanted to be out, she would be out. If she wanted to be in her carrier, she could be in her carrier or say hi to anybody that she wants. It's important to respect your dog's boundaries and not force them to do something that they don't want. So I always try to be mindful of their mindset. Herky was so pooped at one point. I wanted to see how pooped she was, so I put a kibble of food right in front of her nose, and she actually did not even wake up. I eventually woke her up and gave her the kibble, of course, the little treat. quick little potty break for Herky and Milton with the boots, of course, for their little pawsies. There was so many cute dogs that we saw at the show. And I grabbed some anal gland supplements for Herky and Milton. These are Glandex peanut butter flavored. They are pumpkin based, so I wanted to see if it does anything for Herky and Milton's glands. Of course, they love the taste. We met Sauvignon. She is so adorable. She comes from LA also, and we did this cute photo off. Look at how many Cavaliers are in the shot. It's adorable. Herky, my sweet girl, I love spending time with her, giving her some love whenever I can. They were honestly such good girls. I'm so proud of how well behaved they were and how chill they were. Look at Milton, my little girl. That night there was a beach party for the industry, so everybody attending SuperZoo was able to attend that beach party that was taking place at the Mandalay Bay. It was really hot outside, so I'm surprised that I went, but it was a really good turnout, honestly. I could hang out with some friends that I made at the show and get to know other brand owners and shop owners. At SuperZoo, there was a live band and they were so good. So I really enjoyed spending time with these girls and getting to know them more. Day 3 of SuperZoo, let's go. This day was the last day and it ended at 3 p.m. so we had time to close the booth afterwards. I decided to walk the show a bit for Herky and Milton, not to just spend all day lying down. And we went to a few booths to see what they were all about. I really like Earth rated booths. They have really fun new products. You might know them because of their poop bags, but they did a rebrand recently and their booth was so impressive to see, honestly. They of course do poop bags, but they have expanded to do dog toys that are so aesthetic. They're so eco-friendly and they look amazing. Milton was really into that little green ball. Fun fact, this brand is from Montreal. We also ran into other friends from Healthy Bud. You probably saw them somewhere on our social media too. We did a few giveaways with them. They do dog treats and it was really fun catching up with them at SuperZoo. I also met Laura from Shop Island Dog. And I met Russ and Ripley. They are some cute poodles from LA. They use super lightweight leashes, so I got them onto our puppy training leash, which they are obsessed with. And just a quick shout out to all the amazing women in the industry that I was able to meet up. Being able to meet in person just elevates the relationship and you feel like you've known them forever by following them from social media, you know? This is something that I love from social media, is that you can feel so close and connected to people that you've never met in real life, but then when you meet them, it just feels like you're already friends. And shout out to our follower Lisa, who drove from Arizona to come meet us at the booth. And one of the highlights, Rihanna and Connor, they were some of our first brand reps for Cavology. Their dog is Little Luna the Cavalier, and it means so much that they were able to come see our booth, because I literally feel like they grew with the brand. And with a blink of an eye, it was time to take down the booth. It was so impressive to see how quickly the booth came down, honestly. Everybody did that so fast. We put everything in boxes, loaded everything in the car. We were able to drop everything off at UPS, and look at all the crates and the trucks and everything here. It is super impressive to see. We were so tired at the end of this day. I just decided to leave Herky and Milton at home for them to nap comfortably. I took Lisa and Linda out to celebrate, and I think they had a very well-deserved drink and meal in Las Vegas before heading home. I couldn't have done it without these two, honestly. They are rock stars. On our way home, Herky and Milton did it like champs. As always, people don't even know we have dogs until the very end, and they are so impressed at how sweet Herky and Milton are. I was so happy to be reunited with Oasis. This was my first time being away with him, and the first time being away with him for 5 days was a very long time for me. I missed him so much, but this was incredibly fulfilling for me as a woman, as a mom, as a business owner. I'm so proud that I did this for myself, but it was very, very rewarding to see him at the end of this. Thanks for coming along our SuperZoo vlog. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you soon. Bye.